afternoon. Welcome. It is afternoon, isn't it? It's 12:30. Good afternoon. Welcome. It's Lou and it's Claire Rowlands from Daisy Mae Designs. We have got a brand new launch for you today, which I'm really excited about because it's Wednesday. How weird is this? I keep thinking it's Friday. Very peculiar, but as always, we have got giveaways. We're giving away over £160 worth of product. That's the entire new collection of stamps that Claire's bringing us today. We've got a little bit festive. Claire, unknowingly, I think, she's come beautifully dressed
just in red.
Anyway, and it matches perfectly because, of course, you can't hide from the fact it's only a couple of days till Christmas now. It's actually Christmas Eve today, apparently. I heard it on the radio, so it must be true. So, are you ready? Are you ready for Christmas?
I've not wrapped it in yet.
Don't worry, you're not the only one, I'm sure. Let us know today in the comments, how are you getting on with your Christmas shopping, wrapping, getting the food in? Are you ready? If you're commenting, even if you're just saying hello, that's you automatically in with that chance of winning one of the prizes. We're going to have two winners. Two of them will be picked at the end of this hour or the end of this show, however long we take. And then the other one, we're going to send you over to the CraftStash blog. So you can do that after you've finished watching this live, and you can even do that if you're not watching live, if you're catching up over the next week or so, because we'll keep this open until next Friday, which must be the 31st.
Yeah,
next Friday.
New Year's Eve.
I'm saying Friday. I will check the details. We keep it open for about a week or so, and then we pick a winner from there. So that's the CraftStash blog. So it's www.craftstash.co.uk or .us/inspiration. You'll find a post there with all the details on how to enter. But just commenting here now. Well, talk about commenting. Let's say hello to a few people. I'm over on YouTube first because I always go to Facebook first, and I always forget to come over to YouTube. So we're here first with you, Claire and I. So first of all, we've got. Do you want to read a couple of these?
Okay.
Yeah, put the glasses. I keep thinking mine are on my head. It's not my glasses.
Oh, Louise.
Oh, Noah. Oh,
Noah.
I call you Noah.
Hi all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
Who have we got? Mrs. Stationery and Stuff. I never know what your. I have spoken to you before. I never remember what your first name is. So hi Claire and hi Lou. Oh, look what Catherine says.
Catherine Wingfield Yeats, is it? I don't know. Yates. Happy Christmas, Claire and Lou. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas to all of you. Kim Johnson as well. Karen Reeves. We've got. Ella is on there too, lots of you. Thank you so much for your wishes. We're going to have lots coming over on CraftStash between now and Christmas and New Year. There's still lots more videos and things coming up for you, but do you want to see this collection first of all? Come on down to the desk. I've got everything here. We have got a selection of stamps for you. So we are looking at these beautiful stamps, all hand drawn by Claire as always. There's 6 stamps, and then we've also got the paper pad. Now today's deals, you can see the deals up here already on the sidebar. If you are purchasing one of these stamp sets, they're £9.99, and look at the size of them and the detail you get for £9.99. That's an absolute bargain. You're then going to be able to purchase 2 of them and take some money off that. That's then going to be £17.99. But if you love all of the designs, which I'll go through in a moment, and you just want them all, by putting all of the stamps into your basket, which is another amazing price, you're going to then get a free paper pad. This will pop up at checkout, and you'll just be able to tick that box and say, yes, please add the paper pad to my order. You don't need to add it to your basket individually. We'll go through that in a moment. Let's have a look at these stamps. Claire, do you want to tell me about the inspiration between the Loose Ladies collection?
Okay, I think this collection was obviously after Christmas kind of thing, you know. A few New Year's resolutions maybe, and well, that's how it started off as kind of thing, and then it just turned into a bit of jolliness, shall we say.
Very, very jolly, honestly. Look at these images. They are so much fun. They're absolutely beautiful. So you've got this lady here hanging off the chandelier with her wine bottle and her glass. Her pearl necklace is swinging there. This is hilarious. How many of you are hoping for a new year like this? It would be good, wouldn't it?
It would.
It would be really good, yeah. So we've got the stamp set, first of all, that has this beautiful image. This one's called Let's Get This Party Started. I can't read upside down, I apologise.
That's all right.
This is obviously modelled on you.
Obviously. No, I'd pull the chandelier out of its socket.
No, you wouldn't. You really wouldn't. And then we've got the next one. It's just simply called Friends. Yeah. I love this. These cards are phenomenal, Claire, as well. They're absolutely beautiful. Look at the sort of cards you can be creating with these. Now this is actually a second instalment, isn't it, of these lovely ladies. Just remind us, for any of you who love these images and you want to go back and look at the previous collection.
Okay, the first collection was what's it called?
It was Let Loose.
Let Loose, that's it. Sorry, couldn't think then. Which was aimed at coming out of lockdown. I didn't really want to say that because we may be going back into lockdown.
No, we're not.
But yes, so obviously the girls in it are themed on that, so there are similarities to hairstyles and things.
So will
like
these
that.
work alongside those ones, scale and everything?
Yeah.
Perfect. So if you've got the first collection, definitely worth grabbing the second collection as well. So yes, sorry, let's look in detail at these again. So we've got the three ladies there, the three friends. They've got their scarves on, they've got their flasks in their hand as well. They're all out. Now this could be a bonfire night. It could be Halloween trick-or-treating, you know, you can dress them up. Could be Christmas winter. It could be going to a drive-through movie. You know, you can really put your own spin on it.
Definitely. I've seen mine on Friends Give You Group Therapy, when you all get together and can have a good moan and, you know, put the worlds to rights and...
Occasionally we do that. We've already done that today, haven't we? So that's the second stamp set. The next one, look at this surprise! I'm going to hold that up because I understand there's a bit of glare from the lights and things there because of the packaging, but hopefully you can see the sheer size of these stamps when you see them coloured in though. That is phenomenal, Claire. That really is absolutely beautiful. Your colouring skills are amazing. Anyway, obviously you're stamping, you're an expert stamper. But then when it comes to actually making cards and putting them together, you're so clever as well. And I know you're thinking about doing this sort of shape card.
So demonstration,
Yes, as always, we have a fantastic demonstration from Claire, and she is going to be doing this. So this is a stepper card. She's going to be showing you how to put one of these together, but then also doing some of the colouring and such as well. One of these lovely stamps. So that is the surprise set. Then we come to the wild swimming. Now, my friend does wild swimming. Let's see, where's this one? Look at this. And I'm sure it's becoming more and more popular. So
very popular.
It is. They're crazy. I was having this conversation whilst out dog walking with my husband yesterday morning, very early. Obviously, it's still dark, and I was saying how cold it is. And he reminded me, some crazy people, in a good way, crazy, you know, loving life, will go dip in the sea in these temperatures. You wouldn't catch me doing that. But it's supposed to be very good for you, isn't it?
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be. Would you do it?
I have thought about it.
Have you?
I've not got as far as actually doing it.
I'll say I thought about it. I thought, no, I'm definitely not going to do it.
You know, when you see these people going swimming on a beach on Christmas Day and things like that. And I think people find it invigorating. And
I think that's it, isn't it? It gets the blood pumping and everything. Yeah, you know, kudos to you. I think you're absolutely amazing if you do anything.
I just walk the dog instead.
I would. I'll be photographer. There you go. But funnily, I showed you a photo just before we came on air of my friend. She had her woolly hat on, about to get in the water, and this just looks exactly like her, which is brilliant. I need this stamp set for her birthday later on in the year. So this is the wild swimming, and of course with these you can do some masking. You can just use one of the ladies if you wanted to.
Of course you can.
I think they're absolutely brilliant. They really are. So the next stamp set is cozy and comfy. This is so sweet. You've got the pussycat in there. You've got the pile of books as well, just hiding behind the books there. I love that you've even got, she's got glasses on, hasn't she?
Yes.
Just those tiny little details that Claire puts in just makes all the difference. I mean, a lot of stamp sets will either be big and bold images or so tiny you can't colour them in because they're too tiny. Claire gives us that happy medium between the two. They're perfect for colouring. If you've never coloured before, follow some of Claire's instructional videos. She's going to do demonstrations for us today as well. But then also not just the colouring, the layering. Claire's actually taken some of the image, cut it out or re-stamped it. You can explain us through that in a little while later. I'll ask you some questions. And layered up to give this a three-dimensional look. Now, one thing we haven't mentioned as well is in each of the stamp sets, we have sentiments too. So this one has actually got 4 sentiments, so have these. I'll go through the sentiments a little bit later, but you do have relevant sentiments with each one. So for example, one of these is one of life's simple pleasures. Love that. Now this last one is what Claire's going to be focusing on. We don't have the card to show you because Claire's going to make it live for you as the demonstration. This one is the Pudding Club.
Yeah.
I think this one might be a favourite because you've got two ladies here. One of them on the scales, still holding her cupcake, and the other one holding the scales up, using it as almost like a board for the donuts. Can I just show this? Is that right? Just so you get a sneak peek at what Claire's going to show you today. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely amazing? I mean, not only your colouring, but the drawing. You are such a talented artist, Claire, when it comes to drawing these images.
Thank you.
You're amazing. So I'm going to move aside and I'm going to let Claire do her demonstration, her colouring, and I'm going to ask lots of questions. But in the meantime, don't forget our offers. So we have at the moment, we've got your $9.99 for every stamp set, $17.99 if you're putting 2 into your basket. That price will drop down there. And then you've also got your free paper pad. If you're deciding to put all 6 stamp sets into your basket, the free paper pad, we'll go through this in a little while, maybe after Claire's demonstration. We'll look at pages. It is beautiful. We were just saying.
So happy with it.
Is it your favourite?
I think it has to be. It's just the colours and everything.
Yeah, I think it's going to be it is my favourite of the Daisy Mae designs. As soon as I saw this, which was about a few weeks ago when I was last in the office, I was like, I need that and just need that. It will go with so much. So we'll go through that in a little while, but that's the freebie you're going to get at checkout if you're buying the entire stamp collection. Lots of other offers as well for you. For today, just so you know, we have got things like MTS, which is made to surprise. We have got 20% off at the moment, only until the 24th of December. These offers, amongst others, are going to be in your emails. If you don't get the CraftStash emails, go and sign up to those at CraftStash, because every morning you get an email with loads of offer codes and things for your crafty shopping. And at the moment, we're actually revisiting some of our favourite videos, demonstrations and such from this year, and they are actually embedded into your email, so you can watch those inspirational videos, and then very often there's codes attached like today's made to surprise code. So make sure you sign up for those. But if you do want to see some of our other demonstrations and videos, you can pop along to our YouTube channel if you're not already watching on here as it is. Claire, I'm going to hand over to you now and let you do the demonstration. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be making a stepper card. I've done most of the colouring, but we'll come back to the image in a little while. Okay, so I've got a piece of cardstock, 10.5 by 5 3/4, and I'm going to start by scoring down at 1 inch, then 7.5 and 9 inches. Okay. Oops.
What cardstock are you using, Claire?
This is just white cardstock, A4, ultra smooth, the stuff that I use to colour.
Oh, okay. And is it a branded cardstock?
Yeah, I suppose it is really. It's Mondi colour copy.
Oh, I've not heard of that one. I'll have to look that up.
I've been using it for ages. It comes in different weights, and I purchased mine off that very big place.
Okay.
Okay, so because my cardstock isn't long enough, I've cut back for it, and I've cut a 1 inch flap. Okay, so I'm going to stick. Oh, I hope my glue works. It does. I cleaned the nozzle last night. Woo.
So while you're gluing that, Christine Carroll on Facebook says, I'm just checking, yes we are on Facebook, says she loves Claire's designs. She just bought the ladies on the Space Hoppers. Can't wait to have them. That was the first collection that we were talking about, wasn't it? Part of it. Yeah, that was fantastic. Maureen York loves step cards. Ayesha Weatherly says hi. Emma Stratford says hi. Rena Turner says hi everyone as well. And Trish Fairclough says fantastic collection. And lastly, the last one for now. Dorothy Robinson says she needs the lady with the books. That's her daughter to a T. This is my daughter as well. A massive bookworm. In a good way.
Okay.
So you've just trimmed the end there.
I have, yeah. I didn't cut that piece of card to size and I thought I had done and I haven't. So we've got our stepper card, okay, we've got our base. And then onto that, I've cut some panels, slightly smaller. Okay, I've cut a black panel and a jade coloured panel.
Now this is funny because it's black, you've told me it's black, but against the jade colour it actually looks like a deep green that works really well.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I assumed it was a green from this angle, and then you said black. I mean,
Don't rule out using black in your card making,
definitely
because I quite like it actually.
Everyone knows I'm a huge fan of using black cardstock as a contrasting colour. You're actually only using a slither of it there, aren't you?
Yeah, but it just gives that wow factor, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then I've cut a strip, but I'm not going to add it yet. I'm just going to 3D this panel onto my card first.
So is that's CraftStash foam tape, isn't it?
This is put your teeth back in, CraftStash foam tape. Couldn't be without it.
No, I love absolutely
I go through reams of it.
I know. So now you hear people say this, that their brand of foam tape, craft foam tape is, I nearly slipped up then, craft foam tape is the best, but hand on heart, I have to tell you, this is the very best foam tape I've ever used. It just, the backing, for me, it's
just
the backing
comes
off, and it's super
so
thick
easily
as well. I order it by the 10 rolls at a time, no joke, my postman hates me for it, and it probably lasts me a couple of weeks because I use it that much. You get it in the size that Claire's using there, but you can get it in all different thicknesses and widths as well. I'm going to stand back and get off my high horse about foam tape now and let you carry on.
Okay, so what I've done is from the paper pad, I've cut a strip of coordinating pattern paper, and I've cut it longer than I needed. It's 3 inches wide. Never try to cut it to size before you stick it down, because it will never match.
That's a good tip. Claire's always full of good tips when it comes to card making.
It will never match. You're better trimming it after. And you just, normally I would use glue,
Well,
but for demonstration purposes.
We of course do have tape runners on the website as well as wet glues, whichever your preference. In fact, if you type in adhesive into the CraftStash search bar, you will get so many different options. So whatever you prefer to use, it will be there. So you're using a craft knife rather than trying to put it in a trimmer.
People would rather, yeah, only because it'd be difficult because I've raised it up.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nice and clean.
So that's the front. Now for this little piece, again, it's just the same mats, okay?
Lovely.
So let's just mat it up.
Yeah. This is great because a lot of the time we'd look at that card and think, well, we don't have the die to be able to create that card base.
You don't need any dies for this.
And Claire shows us from scratch how to do it. This is the beauty of using a tape runner. If you're quick,
you can move it.
You can replace it, absolutely. Let me pop back to the comments and just see who's watching us now. We have, Sarah Lowe, she's trying to watch and wrap presents at the same time. Well done to you.
Hey, that's clever.
And Benita says she loves Let Loose too. Oh, CraftStash have commented, that is lovely. Hillary, she has commented that they do have an ultra smooth cardstock available online, and they've put the link for us as well. I accidentally just clicked into the link. Put the link for us as well. Michaela Hearn, she goes through so much foam tape as well. And Deborah Plowman says, lovely colours. We do need to go through the colours. In fact, what I might do, Claire, is break up your demonstration.
Yeah,
that sounds awful. What I mean
no.
slot in between. Are you okay if I do this now? You're still doing your card base?
No, card base is finished. I'm going to start adding.
Okay, so what I want to do is quickly, because Claire's just used those papers, or some of those papers, and I keep talking about that free paper pad that you're getting. You see Claire scratching her head in the background looking for something.
Sorry.
Okay, you found it.
I found it.
I've got spares you can use. I want to show you this. So if you come and have a nice detailed look at these papers. They are 8 by 8. They're absolutely beautiful. We're looking at 190 GSM, and oh, look at that. So this is not a gorgeous teal and a white spot, but instead like an ivory, a creamy colour, which really works well. And we have these beautiful dots. They'll make your eyes go funny if you look too long. But for little pieces, these are perfect. You've got your little ditzy flowers there as well. With the yellow, that yellow is gorgeous. Do you know what? I'm not a huge yellow fan, I'll admit, but I think where you've teamed it, Claire, with these colours, it is perfect. This is one of the only ways I think you'd see me actually using yellow. So then we've got
undervalued as a colour.
it really, I think it is.
Really is.
It's just knowing how to work it. I think if you put it with black, it looks too bumblebee-esque, but you've done it so perfectly well. Then we've got our florals in here as well, with your little ditzy flowers inside the circles there. That, I mean, I'm just going to hold your card base quickly. Just a little bit, that's all you need, is just a slither to really make your card look beautiful. And then we have the diagonal stripe as well. That is I'm going to bring this up because it is
That does go.
Yeah, it
nice
does,
for
yeah.
me.
But you can see you've then got the repeated pattern papers all the way through the pack. So that's 6 designs in there, so you're getting 4 of each. There's a pack of 24 there.
It's got a lovely chalky finish.
I was going to say that. It's not got that shiny glossy effect that you expect some papers to have. It is a really matte finish. It's lovely. And it is smooth, so you can do all your stamping and everything as well. And you know what? It smells amazing. Just get it for the smell. Okay, Claire, let's get on with the stamping then.
So now I'm going to stamp a little sentiment. Okay, and I've just taken an offcut of the white card, and I'm going to stamp the Pudding Club onto it.
The Pudding Club.
Not stamped it into the middle. Okay, I'll just put this to one side.
Okay.
Now where have I put my trimmer? Sometimes it's quicker to actually do it by knife.
Do you know what? I'm a big fan of a craft knife and a steel rule.
Yeah.
Always have been.
So I'm going to trim this.
Oh, so you're using your mat.
Yeah. If it was at home, I'd probably measure it out. Okay, so I've got my piece, and on one end, I'm going to cut it, put the point of the end onto the edge, and then just cut it at an angle.
Okay,
just
great.
to add a little bit of interest.
Yeah. Lovely.
Okay. Piece of green cardstock.
Oh, what's she doing now?
I'm just going to cut the end off. Okay, like so. All will become clear in a minute.
I'm sure it will.
So you know when you get those fancy die cut dies to cut banners and things?
Yes.
If you haven't got one, or and you can't, you know, instant one up, here's another way of making a nice banner. So I've stuck it so it's got a little border of green around it.
I see.
And now I'm going to trim it into shape.
Because that diagonal would be surely quite difficult to trim accurately in the trimmer this time for the mat, for the layer that you're doing.
Well, probably, yeah. I'll just cut it with a knife, or you could just, you know, guesstimate it and cut it by eye.
Yeah.
But I'd stick it on first,
yes,
so you know how much to actually trim off.
I notice you don't go in really hard with your craft knife either.
No.
Just nice and lightly.
Yeah. And you should get, you know, a nice instant cut, otherwise your blade wants changing. Okay. People don't change the blades enough in knives.
No, I must admit, it's lovely when you do finally remember to change your blade and think, wow, it's actually cutting.
So this is how I would, before I've coloured the image, I've chosen my papers. So that indicates to me what colours to use. Okay, so I'm going to stick that like that. Okay, I've used black ink to tie in with the black card.
Beautiful.
That we've done, and I've got, so let me knock this on, a little yellow button here that I've threaded just to add another bit of interest to it.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So everybody, a couple of days till Christmas. Have you got everything done? Let me check the comments and see where people are at. Yeah, Catherine, it is a lovely finish on the papers. Anita said she's so busy watching she doesn't know whose present she just wrapped.
You'll have to unwrap it and start again.
Yeah, start unwrapping early. But she says such lovely stamps. They are lovely, aren't they? Yeah, so let me see. Carol, you did say you did sign up for emails on CraftStash and they were regular until recently and they've stopped. I wonder if you need, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, but you may need to go back onto the website and just resubscribe to the emails. Okay, it may be that for some reason you've been unsubscribed. Shouldn't happen, but I can only imagine that's why you don't. Or have you checked your junk email box? Because I found mine the other day and you would not believe the amount of emails I've missed that I actually wouldn't have minded getting.
Okay, so we've got the image.
Beautiful.
And I've coloured it in.
You've done that already.
Okay, but rather than mat it again,
yeah,
I'm going to draw a double line just round it, just to frame it.
Okay.
Because I think it needs something.
Okay.
What I've done is I've lightly measured and drawn my shape with a pencil. Okay. I've got a black fine liner pen. I'm going to just start here. I'm not definitely going straight, and where your stamped image hits your pencil line, it's a bit wavy, this line, but
that's
I don't
not
want
the nice
it to
thing
be,
about it. I mean, if it was
I don't want it to be straight.
No,
okay.
It goes really well with the hand-drawn look of your stamps as well. It looks like it's part of that stamped image.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just breaking that line when it hits, and it's a real wonky weavy.
Wonky weavy?
Yeah, line. Okay, but I'm going to double that line. It looks okay like that.
Yeah.
But this time I'm going to go from the opposite direction, so it's got a little bit more about it. You can actually, I think you can buy stamps like this.
I think you can sort of doodly
stamps.
Yeah, should we say doodly stamps, or some of the like Zentangling has this sort of effect in them. Yeah. Some of it, but you can do it by hand. What is the pen you're using?
This is just a Unipin fine line pen.
You can probably pick this up in any stationery shop, but I know we do have packs of them on CraftStash as well.
And they're friendly with your alcohol markers as well.
Ah, that's important.
So say you were stamping in black like I have done here. If you missed a bit and you didn't want to get, you didn't have a stamping platform, and you didn't want to go back in to stamp the image again, you could always touch your lines up.
Ah, that's good. So what size is that?
This is a 0.5. When I draw my images, I use these for drawing as well. I use a 0.05, which is really, really fine.
That is tiny.
Okay, so see, it's just, and if you put it on there, it's brought it together even more. So now I'm just going to get rid of these pencil lines.
And is that already dry? You can rub that out now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, Karen, it's her last day of isolation today, so I'm assuming you're going to have to rush to get all your Christmas shopping and everything done now, but Well done for sticking with it. Hopefully you're feeling lots better now. Sarah's also said she's loving the demo, but her wrapping's not going so well.
Come and do mine if you want. I'm not
Yeah, I know.
started. So,
Beautiful.
we're going to now, again with the foam tape, we're going
Look,
to
you get a sneak peek of some background things that have been going on there.
Yeah, I make mistakes all the time. Don't think I never make
Oh,
mistakes.
no.
I do make mistakes all the time.
We all do.
And I used to, if that was me a few years back, the paper would have gone in the bin, but now I do tend to turn the paper over. Okay, so
See, it just
where's
peels
that
away.
backing off?
This backing just comes off so easily.
And I'm going to attach it.
You have to get your head over, don't you? Right over.
Yeah, you're best standing up when you do this.
Yeah.
Especially if you're small in height.
I'm sorry, Claire, I forgot to lower the desk for you again.
It's
Every
fine.
time.
Okay, so I'm going to add these little corners that I've already punched out. It's just a photo corner punch. And I'm just going to put one there. And I'm not going to use it on every corner. And one there. Like so. So it's coming together nicely now.
Beautiful.
Okay. And then I've just got some...
So, sorry, those photo corners, are they die cut?
No, it's just a punch. Do
Oh,
people
you'd
still
sew
use punches? You
Yeah.
don't see them as much now though, do you?
Well, I came across, I'm going to come back in because I'm talking. I
Okay.
came across a punch recently, and it was the Creative Craft Products punch that we use for envelope making. So it cuts the like the notches and the corners, rounds and corners of
Oh,
for
right.
envelopes. And you know what? I got really nostalgic using that again, because why aren't punches still about as much as they used to? Because it's so much fun
Do
to
you
punch
think it's
in.
because woodware's gone?
I don't know. Could be.
Could be.
Could be. They
were
did a lot of them, didn't
punches, didn't
they?
they?
Yeah. Anyway.
But
we
I
digress.
love this punch. I've had it for years. I know this one isn't available anymore. It was an EK Success from EK Success, so it was from America. But you can get similar ones.
Yes.
You might have to do a bit of searching.
I'm sure there's dyes that do it as well.
Of course there is, yeah. Now I've got some little coloured
Oh, enamel dots.
enamel dot. I couldn't think of the word there.
That's my job to notice when you can't think of a word and fill it
and
in.
I'm just going to add. We'll put them here, I think. Just a little bit. One don't want to come. Again, in the same colour theme that I've used throughout. That one's not going to stick, so no,
There's always one,
self-adhesive.
isn't there? Yeah, there's always one. It's fine.
Sometimes you're better adding a dot of glue to the back.
Let me just see. Oh, we're talking about Christmas over on YouTube. Anne-Marie Cox is still sorting out her Christmas stuff. Got to get the stocking things. I say that quietly in case we've got any children watching. Obviously, Santa does most of the stocking things, but he doesn't do pets and things like that, does he?
No.
So we do have to do those bits. Mrs. Stationery and stuff, please let me know your first name, because I feel bad that I've forgotten it. But she does say she's put her Christmas spring clean on hold to watch this. Is there such thing as a
Yeah, not done mine yet either.
Christmas clean?
Wow.
Oh, she's dropped an enamel dot, and she's found it because the cleaner did
I'm a
move in
bit
here
of
recently.
OCD like that.
So I must admit, I did a big clean. I do a big clean before the decorations go up, and then I do another big hoover and dust when they come down.
But so do I. But you have to do. Well, I do my cleaning now. I'll do it on Friday.
Oh, okay, ready for
morning.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Wow, That's one way to
And
spend
then
a
when
Christmas Eve.
then when your carpet's covered in glitter, now I've
Yeah.
lost one of my dots now, because I love to clean.
Do you enjoy cleaning?
Yeah.
So yesterday my husband did a food shop, and it wasn't the food shop, but it was a things to eat up until the day food shop.
Okay.
You found it. And he ended up putting everything on the kitchen table and sorting out all the food cupboards and cleaning them before he put the food away. So he's in that. I think he's in that mode as well.
You have to get sorted. Clean your fridge and your freezer.
Yeah, that's all been done. Yeah.
There
My
we
house
go.
is spotless at the minute. It's great, but not down to me. And yes, I do rent my husband out by the hour for cleaning.
Okay, no, I like cleaning. Clean house.
Lucky you.
Tidy mind.
Yes, this is apparently true. Apparently true.
Yep.
That is an
There we go.
absolutely beautiful card, Claire. I love that. And I love that we saw this come together from scratch as well. It's
So
stunning.
everything coordinates.
It does.
Because I've just used black, yellow and teal.
Can I just hold this right up
Yep,
close to
sure.
the camera? Is that okay? So I'm going to bring it up nice and close for you. So hopefully you can see all the detail as long as that's focused. That image is amazing, isn't it? So this one, what is the name of this?
This is
set?
called the Pudding Club.
The Pudding Club. I'll go through the stamps again in a minute. What I might do is ask Claire just to stamp one or two of them for me on plain cardstock if you have everything with you
Now
to be able
this
to
Pudding
do that.
Club stamp set, I mean, who of us doesn't say on you, right, I'm going to get down to my ideal weight.
I've already heard people saying it
Well,
in
you
the
don't
new
need to,
No,
do
but
you? But
people do say it, don't they? In the new year, next year, whatever it may be, New Year's resolution.
this has got a little plaque, and it reads the Pudding Club.
I love that. I love that. Let me just lift this stamp set up for you, and hopefully you can see that there as well. So the Pudding Club in there. That would sit really well there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I might have to do that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure so many of these you will know people who you would like to send them to. Claire, is that okay if we stamp one or two of these in a moment? Maybe the lady hanging from the chandelier, because we've got part image here. The reason being, I'm going to go through these products again for you very quickly. For those who have joined late, and just show you this new collection, then just ask Claire to... Yeah, then just ask Claire if she can just stamp them so you can see that clear detail uncoloured, because some people like to stamp and not do the colouring. So this first one is Let's Get This Party Started, and this is the one with the chandelier, the lady hanging from the chandelier. It is so beautiful, and you know what you have on the packaging is exactly what stamps. Now I did say I'd go through the sentiments, so they are the swinging 60s. I love that. Do you know what? My mum is in her 60s. So come her birthday next year, I think I could make that look like her actually.
Do you think you could remember that far in advance? That stamp goes with that birthday.
Yeah, I think once it's in your stash, I think so. Do any of you store your stamped images? So when you get a new stamp, do you stamp them into like an index or anything like that, so you can flick through and quickly see what you've got, because that would be handy. Anyway, so the sentiments we've got on here are also Fly High, Party Time, Let's Get This Party Started, and It's Wine O'Clock. Yes. Yes.
Tonight it will be wine o'clock.
I'm just looking at this, but I think you could have her just sort of coming into the edge of a card without even the chandelier if you wanted, as well as spilling.
The one where the girl's coming out of the cake. You could probably this one.
Yes, so this lady as well. So you could, they could just be completely partying, couldn't they, together? Because any of these images you can mask off and you can stamp just parts of them if you want to. So that's the Let's Get This Party Started. Then we've seen the Pudding Club. We've just looked at that one. Then we've got, let's look at this one, Cozy and Comfy. Beautiful stamp set again. I adore this, and I love the 3-dimension that Claire's achieved here. Is that foam or hot glue under there?
Hot glue.
Hot glue under there.
Because I've sort of like manipulated the image I've cut out and then just squares some hot glue. I mean, most of you will use silicone to build up an
Yes. Yeah.
Silicone and I don't get on. Even when it's in a syringe,
we
don't get on.
It sounds like there's a story behind that for another time.
No, we don't get on at all. But by layering and building up, you're adding another dimension and more interest to your card.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's really striking. And do you know what? Any time of year, all of these, any time of year. So that's your cozy and comfy. And the sentiments with that are relax, refresh, and reconnect. Coffee and a good book. One of life's simple pleasures, and then take time. Now we've also got the swimming ladies. So this is Wild Swimming, the stamp set. And again, absolutely beautiful all together, but you can of course mask off and then stamp on their own. And the sentiments are: have a swimming birthday, wild and free, swim wild and keep calm and float on. There, I do love the one with the rubber duck. That would probably be me.
You'd always get that. That would be my sister.
Would it?
Yeah.
I'd be staying either I'd be moving as much as possible and I'd be doing the swimming, or I'd be on the rubber duck keeping as much of myself out of the cold water as I say cold, it's only cold in the winter. People do it all through the year. Now we did have a little sneak peek a moment ago of the surprise set. So this is the lady jumping out of the cake here. Now she is just so much fun, isn't she? And again, you don't have to have the cake. You could just mask her off. You could have her appearing from anywhere, couldn't you really?
Could, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And she actually looks like she's ready to go to a really posh ball as well. So with this one, the sentiments are: surprise, it's your birthday, celebrate, and fabulous. And lastly, and I think this one probably has to be my favourite, because it could easily be me and my mates, my friends. I'm going to hold this up actually while we've got that camera on, just so you can see the style of this card. It's a good size card. They're all really good size stamps.
They are, and a lot of them, the card sizes probably aren't true card sizes either.
Because you've made them.
Because I've made them, and I think, you know, sometimes when you've stamped that image, it's got to be in proportion with the card that you make. You don't want the card huge and the image to be lost.
No.
You want it all to be in proportion with one another.
And you do that
I think that's
so well.
a 6x6, that card.
Yeah. It looks about that, yeah. A beautiful card, but the image is absolutely stunning, and it's definitely the focal point there. And like I say, this could be 3 friends getting together for a chat, for a coffee, for a walk, for shopping, or anything else, depending on what you put in the background. It's absolutely brilliant. You've got the full stamp there with the 3 ladies in. Again, you can mask off if you want to, or cut out. Yeah. And then you've got life happens and coffee helps, group therapy, and thanks a latte. And that stamp is simply called Friends.
Yeah, and on this one as well, I've gone for the no line colouring.
Yes.
But there is stitching detail on the stamp.
Oh yes, there is.
You know,
I can't lift this up now. There we go.
Pick it out again.
With
your pen. With a fine liner.
That's a tiny, tiny fine liner, isn't it?
That's the one I used to draw with. And then on the buttons and the pearl earrings, I've just added some glossy accents.
I see that now. I'm not sure how well you can pick that out. We'll make sure photographs of all of these cards go up on the website, on the product pages, so you can browse them. We're going to make sure you've got all of these straight after this hour, actually. On there, so that's that. So Claire, do you mind just stamping 1 or 2 of these, just so we can see how they stamp while Claire's just getting ready for that? Ooh. Don't forget, we've got the offers up for you today, all of these offers. If you're buying any 2 of the stamp sets, that's only $17.99, and then if you buy all 6 of the stamp sets, you're going to get the free paper pad. We are celebrating our favourite videos, our favourite craft demonstrations from 2021, and linking offers to them for you on CraftStash as well. The easiest way to find out about these is by signing up to our emails, but today we have got Made to Surprise with 20% off using the code MTS20. Go and check that out. It's actually the best way to find out what offers are on today is, well, there's 2 ways. You can go along to craftstash.co.uk or craftstash.us. You can go to the home page, and there are a couple of things. So as you look at it, up on your left here at the top, there's a box, and if you watch that for a few seconds, every few seconds, that will spin to something else. This is all your offers. Every single one of them is a new offer, a new code, a new deal for the date, and they do change daily. And if you click on any one of those boxes, that will take you to the products that are involved in that offer. So a really easy way to make sure you're getting the right products attached to that offer, and any codes that are there as well. But then beside that, there's also a latest offers box. I think it's yellow. Click on that, there's literally like 50 odd offers in there, and they're all the latest ones that you can go and have a search through to get yourself the best bargains. Right, I'm going to stand aside and see how well these stamp.
Okay, so I'm going to, let's get this party started, okay, because I've only used a section of the stamp. Okay, for anybody that's new, I'm using a stamping platform.
We have
which are invaluable.
Have we sent you that yet? The Creative Craft Products one?
No.
I thought I'd sent it to you. We need to get that to you. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. I'll get you one before you go.
Okay.
So you can try it out. Oh, and free gift, Christmas gift. Happy Christmas.
Okay, so I'm using Memento ink purely because I colour with alcohol markers, okay.
Do you ever colour with anything else?
Yeah, pencils,
and would you
watercolour.
Would you still use the same ink pad then?
No, I'd go for Reversifine.
With pencil or water?
Yeah.
Okay, so would water react with this particular ink, Memento ink?
I don't know whether it does or not. Actually, I've been using it that long.
Yeah, it's just
it's habit. Okay, so I've placed my paper on there, magnet to hold my paper in place, and now I'm just going to apply some pressure, and I'm applying pressure, more pressure than I normally would because this table's quite high.
Yes, sorry. I can lower it and it'll put all the cameras out, so I apologise. Remind me next time. You need the table a bit lower.
I've just missed a bit.
Rena Hurst has said yes, she likes the new stamping pad that CraftStash has. It is amazing. I love it. And Fern has said it's too difficult to choose. She loves all of them. I assume you're talking about the stamps there. Mrs. Stationery and Stuff, I'm sure you've probably put your name in there somewhere. I haven't scrolled back to see. She has the email, and she also signed up her husband to the email so he can see the offers. That is an amazing idea.
What a good idea.
Everybody sign your husbands up to the CraftStash emails.
So, we've stamped that image
That is
out.
beautiful. Okay. Love that.
Just turn this piece of paper over.
Okay.
And what should we stamp now?
Oh, do you have something? Could you show us very quickly, have you got a piece of copy paper? Could you just show us what we mean by masking without doing too much in the way of fiddly?
No.
I don't think I've got a piece with me either. Can we explain it instead then? Just for anyone who's new to stamping, and then we'll wrap that up and we will choose our winners from the comments.
Okay. So, we're going to pretend now.
Yeah, we can do pretending.
This. Okay. So, you've got this image. Okay. You want to stamp it and colour it.
Yeah.
But in the background, maybe, you want to put a thing of inky colour.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Just some...
Maybe some stenciling or something.
Yeah, like that. So what you're going to do is get a piece of low tack, to be low tack. You can buy it in sheets, you can buy it in rolls, you can use a post-it note.
Right.
And you're going to stamp on it, like so. And you're going to mask out, forget about the bits of glitter and confetti in the back.
Yep.
Pretend they're not there. Okay.
Oh, Pamela Stubbs says, lovely stamps. Jane Kennedy, I learned how to mask last year and she loves it, being able to build up scenes. And Anne says some great tips from both Lou and Claire.
Okay, so I've inked the image. And I'm just going to print it now.
Oh, look at that. Do you know what? Even just seeing that stamped, that was so quick.
On my low tack paper. And what you're going to do then is, let's get rid of some of this, is, can you see where the line is? You're just going to cut inside the line.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice and neat.
Why you want to cut inside the line is because if you don't, then when you stamp, or if you're stamping over it, you'll get a little area missing.
Okay, I see. So you'll get the line, I guess, missing,
Yeah,
will you?
you'll get some of the line missing. Okay. I'm just going to cut off the rest of that.
So just imagine.
It's just imagine, okay. So if you then stick it on top of your image that you've already
So you're covering it back over, aren't you?
You'll cover it back over, and then you'll go on to stamp what you want in the background. You don't stamp the background first.
No.
You stamp the foreground first,
Yeah.
then the background.
Right.
Your brain wants to do it the other way round, but it's foreground, then background.
There we go. So with masking, you work backwards, essentially, from the
Yeah.
front back to the back.
Yeah, and you would say we'd cut the whole image out, stick it on, and then you can go over it. And I mean, you can buy masking pens as well, to mask all your little bits.
Right.
And it's like a blue liquidy colour. You paint
Yeah.
it on, and then you can just rub it off with your
Oh
finger.
yeah, I like
after.
using that. I use that with watercolours.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back in because we have winners to announce. It's that time. Claire, do you want to announce one?
Okay.
So
if I
thank
can
you.
pronounce the name.
Yeah, you choose. You can pick. They're both nice and easy. So we have. Oh, hang on. There we go. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yep. So
Maureen York on Facebook.
well done to Maureen. You're going to get. Hang on a sec.
Sorry.
One. I'm just going to show you what you're winning because very often we do this. We actually have people sending us the postal addresses and then saying, but I'm not sure what I've won. So you can go ahead and you can order, knowing what's coming to you. All 6 of the stamp sets, Maureen, are coming to you. And
Enjoy.
then we also have Cards by Danny. So you're on YouTube. So Maureen was on Facebook and Cards by Danny. So Danny, you are on YouTube. Congratulations to both of you. You're both going to be getting a whole collection of the stamps. Well done. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you, Claire.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
There is another set. There's one more collection left to come out to somebody who's watching. Now you need to go over to craftstash.co.uk/inspiration. Have you been on our blog, Claire?
Yes.
Yes, it's good, isn't it?
It is.
There's regular posts on there, inspiration, videos, all sorts. But the most latest, that's not proper English. The latest post on there is the post talking about winning these stamps. So you simply go on there, you can enter to win. Anybody can enter, whether you're watching live or whether you're catching up with this, and we will choose the winner at some point next week and we will contact you via email, okay? So all we need from you two ladies, from Danny and from Maureen, is your postal address. Send that through to either CraftStash Customer Services or the Facebook page, the CraftStash Facebook page. Send us a message with your postal address and I'll get that out to you as soon as possible. I will send it before Christmas, so hopefully you'll have that soon after Christmas as
Oh, so you can have a play.
yeah, in the time off, if you're getting any time off. Don't forget, we've got these stamps and everything on offer at the moment, and you're also getting the paper pad as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lovely to see you again.
And for designing these, because they are so much fun. I love when we get a collection that follows on from another, and you say they work really well with the Let
They
Loose
do, yeah.
collection. So go and take a look at Let Loose as well if you love these images. The first collection is also, I think we've still got some available, maybe just a little bit, available on CraftStash. You can search up just the brand Daisy Mae Designs if that's easier for you. Hopefully we'll see you in the new year with some new products as well, which I'm really looking forward to. And from me and Claire, and to you as well, have an absolutely fantastic Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you and a wonderful new year. I hope you get everything that you wish for and have a fantastic time.
Stay safe.
Definitely, absolutely. I think that's the biggest message this year. Stay safe and keep crafting. And we will see you again very soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.